and welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is Crafty Fun with Friends, episode 40, and I am super excited. As you can see on my screen and on Jay's screen, today we are crafting with Papercraft Society's Advent calendar for 2023. Terry is on as well. She's traveling, so thank you so much for for being able to kind of set yourself up for streaming, even though you're traveling. Otherwise, she would have the full box, but I think she just brought with her what she would need to live stream with us today. And as you're joining, I hope you'll say hi in the chat and let us know if you if you have any sort of crafty advent calendar, because I mean, this is Papercraft Society's first year putting one out, but I know that there are lots out there, and I feel like a lot of companies this year was their first year putting out an advent. So, or maybe it's my first year hearing about it, possibly. But I know Pink and Main has one. I think Crafting Kimmy did one, and of course, Spellbinders did one. Their first was last year. This year's is their second. Crafter's Companion has been putting out advent calendars for a while. So there are lots of choices out there, but since the three of us just like coincidentally all decided to get the Papercraft Society one, we thought it would be fun to hop on a stream together and craft with, well, some of us are cheaters and have already like looked ahead, but Jay's being good, and Jay has been, I think, opening and live streaming every day, which I am amazed by, because I cannot even fathom streaming every day. So with that, let's have our on-screen guests introduce themselves. So we'll start with you, Jay. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, where they can find you on the socials, and besides the Papercraft Society Advent Calendar, have you ever done any other crafty advents?
So I think this is my second. I did the Crafter's Companion one last year. I wanted to do the Spellbinders one last year, but it sold out like instantaneously. Hi, everyone. I'm Jay. I am Crafted by Jay on the socials, and I'm mostly on YouTube and Instagram. And when it isn't Advent season, my normal live stream time is 6 p.m. Central on Sundays. But well, this is the first one. Like, I did the Crafter's Companion, and the thing that made me a little sad about it is both the die sets and the stamp sets were like not quite big enough to like be the focal point on a card. And like this year that hasn't been a problem at all, because I've been blown away how much stuff they put in the calendar, honestly. Because they've been, I'll say to date there have been three. Yeah, I think there have been 3 A6 stamp sets, which it was like I didn't expect to be any. So I've been having fun, and yeah, I don't know how I'm live streaming every day either, but it seems to happen, and
This
it's kind
year,
of interesting. It's weird though, because it's like craft roulette every day, because it's like, well, I don't know what we're crafting with, but
right. Well, that's good training for you when you go on craft roulette. It's just a matter of time,
well,
right?
I kind of gave myself a pass on all the journaling stuff, because I wanted to basically save all that and like do a journal for real and like think it out a little bit more. So that's the only like pass I've been giving myself, really.
So you said that you've done Crafter's Companion in the past, but not this year. Is the Papercraft Society the only one that you're doing this year?
Yeah, because I figured I wanted to do some kind of thing with it, and like one of them was enough for me, like to keep me busy usually.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, folks, I have Streamlabs going, so at some point you'll see an automated link to Jay's YouTube channel. He is Craft by Jay here on YouTube, and so whether you're watching live or catching us on the replay, I hope you'll click over and check out his channel and watch a few videos. If you like what you see, do hit that subscribe button. And if you ring the notification, you'll know whenever he goes live, which this month is every day. So sometimes twice a day. So pretty amazing. You have good odds if you're subscribing for the first time in December. Just pop on over to his channel. There's a chance you'll find him live. Terry, welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining, and let everybody know who you are, where they can find you on the socials, and if you want to let us know where you're joining us from, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Same question to you. Is the Papercraft Society Advent the only crafty Advent you're doing this year or ever? Let us know. I'm curious.
Okay. So I'm Terry, and you can find me on Instagram at Mama Chorizo. Yes, very unique name. Got to thank my daughters for that. I don't have a YouTube channel. Gosh, I almost said yet. What in the world?
Oh,
anyway.
It's only a matter of time.
No. You didn't hear that. Normally, I would be coming at you from Central Texas, but we in my family always celebrate Christmas early. I have 9 kids, and yes, they're all my own. Yes, they're from one dad. No, there are no multiples. I think that pretty much covers what everybody asks. But it just works out better for everybody to be able to be here before Christmas. So my 2 daughters, who also live in Texas, the 3 of us flew in about a week and a half ago now. And my son in the Air Force, he and his wife came in from Florida. My son came down from Alaska. So it's just been really great. Very hectic. So yes, I am in not sunny and, well, no, I take it back. It is sunny today. Sunny and rather cold, very cold, incredibly cold, Northern Nevada. Not
Awesome.
Vegas. It is not Vegas. It is in the northeast corner. It is in the mountains, and it is cold. I think it may be up to 28 degrees right now.
Oh my gosh. Question for you, Terry, from Bo. Are your kids all grown up?
Yes. So my oldest one is 38. My youngest is 21. And I also
do not
have...
look old enough to have a 38-year-old kid.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Funny story. I'm going to digress. Funny story. I also used to race stock cars with my brother and a couple of my sons. And after my youngest daughter was born, we were up at the racetrack, and my oldest son was carrying her. And we were just kind of walking around, talking to our friends up there. And the next time we raced, my son was walking around by himself, and somebody said, "Well, where's your wife?" And he was... Yeah, so he is 17.
Awkward.
And he goes, "I'm not married. What are you talking about?" He goes, "Dude, your wife and your baby that you had up here last time." And he's like, "That's my mom and my little sisters."
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, I've been told that I don't look my age. I've always been told I don't act my age. But you know what? Life's too short. Live it up. So
That's right.
In case you're wondering about my setup, I am sitting on the floor. Yes, that is carpet under my nice little thing here. It's a very interesting story. If you know me on live streams, I'm always jerry-rigging my stuff up like MacGyver. This is amazing even for me. Balanced on a box that's standing up on its side. Got my device plugged in so it won't die. Got my daughter's nice cordless or wireless headphones. But yeah, I'm sitting on the floor. I am almost 58 years old, and I'm sitting on the floor crafting, y'all. So there you go.
Well, for
And
everybody's benefit, I did already request that Terry take a photo of her setup so that we can enjoy it and maybe learn from the master of jerry rigging.
it's actually pretty amazing, not going to lie. So, as far as advent calendars, this is the first year that I've done one. Like Jay, I wanted to do
Oh.
the spellbinders, but you know, it sold out
Yeah.
right after it released. So I've got that one. And I also have the Papercraft Society. And it was not a fluke that the three of us ended up with it, because I'm pretty sure that somebody posted a link on their community tab saying, here, look at this. Papercraft Society has an advent calendar. Here's my affiliate link. We won't say who that is, right, Jay?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but I'm glad
plead
that you
the fifth.
did. I'm glad that you did, because I've really been enjoying the products. I haven't
Yay.
had a lot of chance to use them because I've been up here in Nevada since the 5th. But we're going home tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing some major crafting.
Yay, cool. Well, safe travels when you do travel. So, for folks who have entered, welcome. I saw Delise has popped in, Meg has popped in, Cindy is here. And if I missed you, sorry. I think Susan also came in while we were doing intros. And Bo, I saw and marked your question. So, is the Papercraft Society a company or just kits through Craft Stash? The latter. So, Papercraft Society is a subscription box crafty kit that Craft Stash puts out. But well, both yes and no to both questions, because they do it as under this brand, but it's really an umbrella for showcasing a lot of other designers and who release products under their own crafty brand. So I gotta tell you guys, this is so funny. And if you, we'll wait for Jay to do the unboxing because he's the only one who hasn't seen what's behind today's door. But just let me give a brief overview, Jay, and then we'll let you unbox day 16.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to ask you, like, what was your impression of because I know you had done you have like a whole playlist of doing Papercraft
Yeah.
Society normal boxes. So I'm curious what your take is on like the advent calendar versus what you'd get in like the standard box.
Oh yeah. Okay. I can definitely give you my take on that. But I just want to go over like how they've structured this and how it's like a little bit different. Just to answer Bo's question, because there's actually like 3-4 different brands that are represented. So we have Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin. Creative Craft Products is the brand that Craft Stash releases their products under. Made to Surprise is Sam Calcott's brand. Card Making Magic is Christina Griffith's brand, and My Creative Life is somebody's brand. I don't know the name of the designer. Well, as you can probably guess, I'm very familiar with their designers, but they are individuals who release products under their own brand, and the Papercraft Society puts out a subscription box each month, and those are designed, curated by those individuals. There's also textures. I didn't mention that's Lou Collins' brand. So it's cool, Bo, in the sense that you're getting representation from a lot of different artists, different designers, different brands, different styles. And so it is a little bit unique and interesting for that fact alone. And so that is something that's kind of cool as a concept for Papercraft Society, and they've kind of carried that through to their event as well, just as a curated sort of collection of the various different designers who I believe, release products exclusively sold on Craft Stash. So you won't find Made to Surprise products sold at other retailers. So I hope that answers your question. And Jay, I'll let you do the unboxing of day 16. Let me put you on the big screen though, my friend, just so that
Alrighty.
we can
Well, this is
get
my
a nice.
favorite designer to date, actually. I think at least
Oh,
watching the
yay.
videos, Made to Surprise has done some really interesting stuff. And I think the thing, before I open this one, I'll say the thing my favorite thing so far is that die I didn't know what the heck it did that makes a pivot basically so you can make a cool pop-up. Oh, wow. Another stamp set?
Yeah, you
That's
were just
wild.
talking about that.
Well, I mean,
I was
like,
like,
so for
when
other
you
people's
said that,
benefit, like, these are big, like, these are about the same size as like a 4x6. Oh, they're cute animals.
yeah.
Aww.
She's got, if you like it, she's got a whole collection of, I think, very similar animals. It's one of her earlier collections, actually. So, is it Dawn Key Skilton? Yeah, I know she's done a Papercraft Society box. I didn't know that was the brand that she releases under. Oh, now I need to know. I think you might be right. Katie Skilton. Yeah, maybe. And did you all know Justine Hovey? She releases designs products now, and she releases at Craft Stash too. Jay, do we still have your audio or?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to double check. Sorry, I cut you off. You were saying, or were you saying something?
Oh, no, I was just saying that like these are almost. I think these are the same size, close to like a 4x6, right? Like for those of us
Yeah.
who are not. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been after an advent calendar of like maybe the biggest stamp set was a 2x2. When I saw the first one of these, I was like, oh my goodness. But these are cute animals. I like the cute animals.
Yeah, they're super cute. I love all the highs. T's just gonna cover everybody. Hi to everybody who came in after. Hey, Elisa, and Pam, welcome. Okay, so I think we are kind of various levels of prepared. So, oh wait, I think I have that right. So I think Jay's, because he just opened and just found out, he's gonna be crafting kind of on the fly, and I have a loose plan in mind, but not a super solid one. And Terry had to plan ahead. So I think she's got a really solid idea of what she's doing, right, Terry?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're probably almost done.
No, I had to buy a trimmer when I got here.
Oh no!
And it looks really nice, but it's like, if you want to cut small measurements, it's not the easiest thing to use. And I was planning on cutting 1 1/4 inch squares. So I'm doing math. I'm doing math backwards, which is interesting. But that's okay.
But you're a tutor.
I know. And I was a math teacher, so yeah, it should work. But yeah, so I have 3 different pieces of colored paper, which I don't remember off the top of my head what day that was. And then
but it's also from the Advent.
Yes, it's from the Advent. And then another day was a huge bag of ephemera. And so I just kind of went through and picked out some coordinating colors. So I'm going to be doing something with squares and something like this. And yeah, that's about all I got.
Oh, okay. So you're about as planned ahead as I am.
I do have another plan though. So
Oh, okay. I only have the one quasi plan.
and it's kind of half advent calendar thing and half not. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
and just so folks know, we're not doing any spoilers. So if you're catching this live with us, even though some of us are cheater pumpkin eaters, as was noted in the chat, we're
Was
gonna
that
be
Delise?
good and not. We're not gonna be good and spoil. I think it was Bo.
Oh, okay.
Bo can correct me if I'm wrong. Pam said, startled myself, set up YouTube so it was ready to go, went down the hall to grab more Christmas stuff, got distracted, and then heard voices in the other room.
Been there.
Yeah. Elizabeth says the same thing. I've done that before too, Pam. Oh, so funny. And Delise, oh, chat's back for her. Okay. She couldn't chat for a second. Well, no, wait, for the last 3 weeks, my TV has been linking automatically to my phone. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, see, cheater, pumpkin eater definitely sounds like something Delise would say, but I don't think she was the first to say it this time.
Well, there's a company who actually does a tea like the beverage advent, and I like the way she structures it, where basically she's like, you can do your she calls it a countdown box, and it's like you can do it however you want. If you want to open it all on day one and it's just a present to you, that's fine. If not, you can do it however makes you happy.
I like that. I like that. So I am. Hey, what are you crafting with there, Jay?
It's a new stamp set I got. I hear a friend of mine designed it. It comes with latte art you can put in.
That's fancy schmancy.
I want that.
This is like the 7th card I've made with it, actually, because I keep finding. Well, it's like, so I love stuff like this cup because it's super generic, right? Because you could use it on anything. So I was like, well, this swan looks like, or flamingo, or whatever he is, looks like he's very happy about something, and it's probably coffee because that's what makes me happy in the morning.
Aw. Well, thank you for crafting with the stamp set. I just looked up and I was like, hey, that looks familiar. I'm gonna be coloring.
Stamp set.
What was that, Terry?
I was gonna say I want that stamp set. Does anybody know where we can get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn has an affiliate link.
I do. It's available at Cat Scrappiness. And thank you for helping me promote it, friends, because I know you know all the things. I swear I didn't put them up to it, but checks will be in the mail to both of you. Just kidding.
I thought that we were promised chocolate.
Oh, dang. Okay, is that the deal? But yeah, it was fun to design, and I'll be honest, okay, just for my live streaming audience, folks, because I did do a behind the scenes, but I didn't even tell this story in that one. But I created the vector art that was the concept art for that stamp set, and I did actually get it produced for myself, just as a one-off, because there's places where you can get custom stamps made. And let me tell you, mine didn't turn out as nice. So it's kind of amazing what real artists can do. And so very grateful that Kat had some real artists put it together, and And it's a real stamp set. So
I'm just biased because I love any kind of. I think this is why I love prickly pear stuff so much. It's like I love any time you have one thing that can be an infinite number of things. Because I always feel like those are the stamp sets I use over and over. Because it's like, well, once I figure it out, then it's figured out, and I can just make a whole bunch of cards that aren't the same card but are, similar and have a
yeah,
good vibe.
I'm with you on that. T says, what the heck kind of animal is my coloring that awful? I'm just kidding. I like that you've got the it's just so cool when you got the swan coming out. No, wait, what is it? It's a peacock?
It might be a swan. It might be a flamingo. I don't know.
I think it's
It
a
looks like
flamingo.
Oh, it's a flamingo, yeah. I think you're right. Mine is a lion.
Oh,
and
cool.
then Jay's crafting.
A friendly lion.
Yeah, he's got a big smile. So
I
aren't
always
all
smile
lions
before you eat you.
okay? I guess not all lions are friendly then. I was gonna say. Yeah. ECR, it looks like Lynn's image is a generic Simba off Lion King. Kind of. He's kind of youngish. Pretty young. A young lion.
He's very cute.
I think, well, I mean, he's illustrated very nicely. I hope I can do him justice as I color him up. I'm gonna do like pretty flat coloring, folks, because I'm not the fastest colorist. But vampire lion, says Delise. Well, I mean, they are predators, right? So they need their sharp teeth. All the better to eat with.
I was telling Delise this, but I love how the latte comes out like a little speckly. I don't know if that was designed or it's just that it's a new stamp, but like when I first noticed that, I was like, that's so cool. It looks like real coffee.
I think.
Or I haven't conditioned my stamp, whichever.
Yeah. I don't think it's designed that way, but I know what you're talking about because I've gotten that effect. But I've been able to kind of do like multiple stampings to.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, if you do that, it gets rid of it, obviously, but
yeah.
it's still pretty.
So
neat.
that's why I don't think it was designed that way. That's the only reason I know. But yeah. So you asked earlier how I think this compares to their monthly, and it's definitely like I said, kind of nice because it's multiple different brands are represented. So as a result, you get multiple different styles and types of crafting too. To your point, with the Simply Made Crafts, which is Helen Griffin's brand, there's a lot of planner stuff and journaling kind of things. So that's kind of nice. She's very about like mini albums and planners, and really mini albums is more, I think, her speed. But she does do a lot in her line. So, I do like that aspect of it. But if we're talking like in terms of what sorts of things you get versus, in this versus the other, I would say the collection as a whole, definitely you're going to get more as part of the Advent than you would get in any single month. But the types of things we're getting in the Advent are very similar to the types of things that you can expect to see in their regular monthly kit. In the sense of, there's always stamps, there's always dies in their regular monthly kit. Sometimes you'll get an embossing folder, it depends on the designer. Sometimes you'll get stencils. Again, just depends on the designer. So there's like a good amount of variety in terms of the sorts of things that you can sort of expect. Oh, Meg wants to see your speckled latte. Jay, if you can hold it up. Meg, does that help?
And it's the leaf one, I think, or the plant, or the whatever. I
Yep,
should remember
that's
this from your video.
That's the Rosetta, the leaf. Yep. Yep, you got
But
it.
I'll have to see if I can find where the card went. But there was one I got where it was really speckly, and I think that was just like it was a brand new stamp, and I kind of didn't ink it fully. But I actually really liked the look, so I was like, oh, I should think about
You're just
how
gonna
to
leave it.
Well, I left it, but then I was like, I should kind of think about how to get this again if I want it, because I like the concept that it looks like actual coffee. Oh, here's a scrap I can swatch on.
Yeah. So Terry, this is your first crafty event. What do you think so far of it? How are you liking it?
When I first very quickly went through it, it was not what I was expecting, gonna be honest. I think I was expecting more like the Spellbinders, but then they've done such a good job putting out the videos showing you ideas. And I thought, oh, this has a lot of possibility. Like you were saying, all the things for the planner, and the stamps are just, they're so stinking cute. I actually brought my animals with me too because they were so cute. I just love them. Except I think I'm holding them upside down. Sorry. So, but it's really growing on me. Just seeing how some other people are using it, and yeah, I'm actually, my mind has been changed as I went through, and that was probably partly because I was the cheater one who the day that I got mine, I looked through the whole thing.
I wasn't gonna call you out.
That's okay.
I mean, I opened up early, but not as early as you. I waited like at least a week or two.
Well, that's good. I'm proud of you. I did not, but that's okay. So, but I'm really liking it now, and I'm actually pretty excited just to play around with more of it when I get home, and seeing some people combine some of the different days, that's been really helpful too. And
yeah, that's been super cool.
Mm-hmm. And then just seeing how they're using the planner elements, because that's something that I have not done at all. So I had no idea, even how to do that. So
yeah.
Is that common? I was just surprised how they kind of intermixed mini albums and planning, and because I hadn't seen that before as an idea, but I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of cool because I haven't actually looked at any of their videos. So, I'll be honest, I have not really crafted with this because I have been doing the Spellbinders one, and hey, what color? I don't really love how I'm coloring this guy up. He looks kind of weird. What color? I feel like I need to tan him up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's too fleshy. He looks almost like trying to be human. Just a little bit creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I think he's just a lion from like a musical or something.
Yeah. But so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I didn't even realize that they were doing videos, which I guess is a really good idea. And I mean,
it really helped with that die. I couldn't figure out what the heck it was, except it deletes it instantly.
Yeah, the little pop-up thing.
Yeah.
That you were talking about. Yeah. Well, and I think it's good that they're doing like inspiration just so that folks, because I don't know how deep their design team is. I know each brand has designers on their team, but I don't know how many people are putting out inspiration on a regular basis. So it's kind of good that you're doing your daily lives, Jay. Hopefully that's helping other folks also kind of get more ideas for how to craft with the advent. I mean, I would have to say though that like if you were to ask me, not that anyone has, but if anyone were to ask, I'll go ahead and just offer the opinion. I still believe that the Spellbinders Advent is the best one, and I say that knowing that I am an influencer, and so disclaimer, but I've
Well, I
gotten
don't think there's any like consumables in this. Well, I guess there were some sequins, but so the Spellbinders one is almost zero consumables. So, like, if you get a
right.
dye you like, you can make 5 million of it.
Right, and that's kind of why I'm, kind of like I'm big on them because of that fact. And like I just feel like you're really getting good value for money with with all the dyes in particular. And I'm more of a die cutting person, so you get a ton, like it's mostly dyes.
Yeah, like
You
that
get other
Hello
stuff
dye that I think was today or yesterday. And
today.
I
Yeah.
I thought that was really a good. I like block fonts, so I was looking at that and I was like, if I had gotten that, I would use that like literally every day.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I really like how they've done theirs, because well, there's that fact, and then there's also the fact that you kind of get sometimes what they'll do, and this was true last year with the Spellbinders one. They'll like take something that was like really maybe popular, I guess, or maybe that they really like. I don't know how they're choosing them, but you'll find a miniature version of it in the advent. Like last year they did a mini version of the mailbox, which I
Ooh,
think was a club kit. Like if you had the initial release, then you would have like the big version. And then if you got the advent, then you had the baby version too. So I thought that was kind of cute, because then it kind of gives you, like, if you don't buy anything else from, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't buy anything else from Spellbinders all year, at least you're getting maybe some of the more fan favorite kind of things.
I'm not sure I understand the
And
concept of not buying things from Spellbinders, but
well, not everybody buys all the things, and that's totally okay.
no,
But
I
yeah.
just mean that like Spellbinders has a lot of um very I don't know how to phrase this correctly, but like a lot of their nesting dyes are not boring, but are like always seem a little more unique. So I've always been a big fan of those.
Yeah, and I think that I think mostly for me, you kinda hit the nail on the head though. It's just the fact that it's mostly stash building stuff. So, I always feel like the more stash building stuff you get, the better value for money you're getting, because 'cause you're not gonna just blow through that, right? Like you said, it's stuff that you can use over and over again. The Crafter's Companion box, I would say, is pretty okay also. Um, but I do think that so far the Spellbinders one has been my favorite.
Yeah, I hope next year they do one that's more like the 12 Days of Stitchmas, but for like normal dyes, because that would be cool. Where you knew you were going to get like some fairly significant like focal piece dyes.
Um, What is happening in the chat?
Oh.
I'm like coloring
Is
and then
making
I look
bad?
up and there's all
Yeah.
sorts of things happening. What did you catch on your ceiling? What is happening? Ladybug looking beetles. What are they? Ladybug looking beetles. By the way, welcome, Bree. Are they? Where are the ladybug beetles? There are stink bugs. What are we talking about? Somebody needs to catch me up.
I didn't know you could vacuum bugs. That's news to me.
Oh,
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, Bo, well, I've really cut down the number of design teams I'm on. Oh, ew, gross. Don says,
"You gross?"
Well, Don was saying that I think she's talking about the bugs and they dove into her coffee cup. Ugh.
That's just rude.
No.
That sounds gross.
Yeah, we need that.
Oh, is that your new trimmer?
Yes.
It looks heavy duty, but you know
is.
like me?
Well, and I mean, it's brand new and it always takes me a little while to get used to stuff, but it has a very, very large area here where your paper won't go, or there's nothing for your paper to sit on.
Oh, that's too bad.
No.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm making it work. I'm using washi tape and everything. So, you know me, I'll make it work, but
yeah. If anyone can MacGyver anything, it's gonna be Terry. She'll make it work. Hey, what's the color of a lion's body? Is it yellow? I think his face still looks too human color, right? Do I need to Google what a lion looks like?
Or like lion reference images?
Yeah. Why? I did this off the top of my head, but it's not looking right. So they are tannish. Well, this doesn't really help a lot. They're not really yellow. But see how the body is like pretty tan?
Yeah. I mean, they're sort of golden-y colored.
There's that's the dad, right?
Yes.
Not Simba.
I think so, with the mane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to look at cartoons. Lion cartoon. Here we go. Oh, I think I did this wrong. I should have done the mane dark and the body yellow. Okay. I'm going to switch gears a little. Got it. What's going to happen, Alyssa, when we search Asian lady beetle? I'm afraid to find out. So is T. It depends. Is it Mufasa? Oh, or Scar? Yeah, Mufasa was the dad, right? And Scar was the dad's brother,
right?
The uncle.
The uncle. That would be the dad's brother. Right. It's been a while. So what do you guys think if Papercraft Society does put out another one next year? Too early to decide, or do you think you'll go for it?
I guess it depends who else does it. I always like to do like a brand I don't own a whole bunch of stuff from, and now I feel like I have stuff from them, so I'm not sure.
I'm gonna reserve judgment until I get home and
really
play
craft with it.
Yeah.
I'm curious how much
Yeah.
I actually use the planner stuff.
Well, do you do any sort of like note taking or
I
like
do.
a, like calendaring, but by.
Yeah, I just
Mhm.
usually do it digitally.
Oh, yeah, okay. I always try to like shift over to digital, but then I can't keep up with it because I like flipping stuff. I like making lists, and I like
Yep.
physically like scratching something off a list.
Yep.
Well, that
Something
makes
very
sense.
satisfying about it.
And sometimes when you do things that are not on the list, you add it to the list just so you can cross it off.
Yep, done that. Because I need the satisfaction of the check mark. So yeah, for sure I've done that. I mean, I'll be honest, like this probably is not my favorite advent, but I think I made mention of this. Dawn, did you get the pink and main one? Just wondering. Because while this isn't my favorite advent that I've ever gotten, I'm not regretful of the purchase. Because I think you're still getting pretty decent value for money. And I do like all of these brands, so it'll be fun to craft with them. I've done a little bit of crafting with them. I just haven't been sharing it. Just been doing it for fun. And so that is the nice thing about it, though, is just getting that taste of like different brands, different sorts of things. I like that variety. I think that's cool. If I had to only ever buy one, this wouldn't be it, though, if I'm to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I think it kind of depends on the type of crafter you are too. Like,
And what you like. I mean,
well, yeah, because like with the Spellbinders one, if you like paper and stuff, you're not gonna get pattern papers or anything.
I'm just curious if Spellbinders is like totally out of the paper game at this point or not.
Well, I mean, they have their solids, but I mean, like,
Oh yeah, I mean like if they're gonna not do ephemera anymore, because like it's funny because the thing that got me into them initially was all their cool ephemera, and now they're definitely not. I mean, now they're definitely stepping away from the card kits. So I'm curious,
yeah,
like, but they had that. What is it? They had like a Nutcracker bundle, and they had
yeah,
a card
and
kit at Christmas. So I'm kind of curious if they'll keep doing something or not.
that's a good point, because they've always had the big Christmas kit. So, I mean, I wonder how much of their decision making is because of like cost to manufacture and
Well, I wondered if
what they're able to get for whatever price people are expecting to buy it at, and if they can still make money.
Yeah, I wondered if there was like an issue of more along the lines of that, right? Like more like I need to be able to produce this thing at scale or it's not really worth it.
Bo wants to know if, I think this is not just for us here on screen, but everybody in the chat, what monthly subscription boxes does everyone like? But what made me giggle is he says, okay, now he looks less like a cow in the lion costume and more like a lion.
That's amazing.
T, so should I color him like cartoon yellow body wise, or should I color his body tan, like his face? Because the cartoons have like orange bodies. Like on the cartoon, it's the same color, his face and his.
Yeah, I think you should probably keep his face with his body, or else he's going to look like he was tanning or something. I don't know.
I think he's jaundiced. Okay. T says tan. Okay, got it. Beck and Sam says, I did Paper Pumpkin. Oh, Paper Pumpkin. I haven't heard of them as a monthly subscription kit. But
Yeah,
she
there's a
says she
Stampin'
didn't
Up!
do
one.
it at this point.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That's Stampin' Up? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's sort of their vibe is very much like making that they try and get it sort of set up so you can finish a project quickly, right? So it's very like most of the things are fairly straightforward on purpose, so that it's easier for new folks to get into it, I think.
Did you give away some of those kits? Right?
I did.
Is
I
it
like
those?
them. I mean, I mean, I tend to like them. I can see also though why like you might not want to get them forever, because I don't know. They far be it from me to be critical of anyone, but like they do a lot of florals. So if you like florals, you're going to really like it. And if you're less into florals, you're probably going to like find that they repeat florals a lot. So that's depending on how you feel about florals, I guess.
So depending on where you are on the floral spectrum of things.
Well, I mean, I think it's just sort of like, I don't know. For better or for worse, when I started crafting, I got a lot of pretty good floral dyes. And it's sort of like every time I see like a floral thing, I'm like, well, I could just have made that without your kit.
Well, I mean,
I guess you can argue that about everything, but
well, I was gonna say that's kind of like the journey of a crafter, right? Is that eventually you're gonna be like, why do I need to buy that? I can just make it. So
yeah, I suppose that's true. Oh, there's my little. Oh, and I didn't lose the little whatever that's called on the question mark. The dot thingy. It has a name. It's not the dot thingy.
Tittle?
Oh, I used to know the name of it. Terry, you know.
Is it
You
the
probably
tittle?
know.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
the
so.
tittle. I knew Terry would know.
Ew, pressure.
I mean, I didn't know you would know based on you having ever said it. I just know that you know these things.
That's what I do. I sit on the floor and craft, and I know things.
You know all the things. It just seemed like a fact that you would know. If I'm honest.
Well, I'm glad that I lived up to your expectation.
Yeah, most definitely. Always my friend. So to Bo's question, I'll answer for myself and then maybe Jay and Terry will answer too in terms of what monthly kits. So as a subscriber, kind of none. Though I do get the Spellbinders kits as being part of their influencer team. But I have to say, like, their kits aren't kits in the sense of they're subscription plans, but they're not really kits in the sense of like a craft kit. In the sense of a craft kit, though, the ones that I really like that I find super good value for money are the Pink and Main. Because Pink and Main, they've really upped their Crafty Courtyard kit game quite a lot over the years. Which is great. I don't know if it's because they've taken in customer feedback or they've just found a way to give you more value for money. But these days, almost as a rule, you get a stamp set, a die set that either coordinates or actually complements. And then, so stamp set, like a 6x6 stamp set, large die set that coordinates or complements it. You get the 6x6 paper pad, you get a stencil, a 6x6 stencil, you get a 6x6 embossing folder. So stamp, die, stencil, embossing folder, 4 stash building elements. And then you get boatload of consumables on top of that. So you get the 6x6 paper pad, you get 8.5 by 11 solid color cardstock. It's been a while since I've gotten the kit. I don't know if you still get like the card bases. You, I think, just about always get enamel dots as well.
You never have too many enamel dots.
Yeah, right. and so like just for the sake of like stash building, and like this was on like value for money, I think it's fabulous deal. The other one that I really like that I was, so at one point in time I was subscribed to Pink and Main's Crafty Courtyard kit, and all of that for like I think $40, 40, so
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. I think that's the
okay.
price point. So
Yeah. Then Tonic Studio does an amazing kit too in terms of value for money, but they're very different styles. So Pink and Main, I would say, is more centered around their stamp, and then everything kind of evolves around that. Tonic Studios, if you're more of a die cutter and you're more of a 3D make boxes and bags, the Tonic Studio kit is amazing value for money as well. So in that you get dies, and usually it's 2 A5, so it ends up being like, you know, quite a large set of dies, and a small companion stamp set. So the dies are generally standalone. They've been anything from boxes, bags, mini albums, you know, things like that, as opposed to the dies coordinate to the stamp set. The stamp set actually coordinates or complements the dies. So usually it'll be like a smaller, maybe a 3x4 stamp set that gives you like the sentiments to go along. And then you get 8.5 by 11 solid color cardstock, specialty cardstock, which usually like includes like some of their mirror cards, some of their handmade cotton cards, some of their like satin foil, all the things. So on top of all that, you get, what I like about the Tonic one is that you get media supplies too. So then you always get like either full size or sometimes sample pots of things like their Nuvo drops. They stopped doing sample size Nuvo drops. So if you get Nuvo drops, you're getting the full size, but they still have sample pots of things like their glacier paste. Sometimes you'll get the full on, but sometimes you'll get the smaller sample of things like their embellishment mousse, glacier paste, stuff like that. Sometimes you'll get markers, pens. Sometimes you'll get a tool, like tweezers or blending brushes or sponges and all sorts. So it's like, just it's pretty cool value for money. It's just very different, depends on what you craft, right? If you're not super into boxes, because that's like, no, I wouldn't say like what you always get, but it seems to be a lot geared towards that. And then sometimes they'll do some card making things as well. So, you know, lots of different oh yeah, and then Brie brings up a good point. The Not to Shabby Shop has fabulous boxes too. But yes, Brie, to your point, because Brie says that she's been getting the junior boxes, but she wishes they include the dies. And I think that's, so I understand their choice not to include the dies because it does keep the cost down for everybody. And then some people are just fine like having to fussy cut, and other people like me dread it. And then some people, you know, have things like the scan and cut. So not everybody always needs the extra dies, and if they can keep the price down, then I guess that makes sense. And then the dies would be an optional extra cost. But
that's cuter. I like that. Sorry, distracted.
That's okay. But yeah, so I'm with you on that though, Bree. Like I always appreciate the coordinating ties with anything that I get, but I definitely, from a business perspective and just in terms of what everybody would find most useful, I could totally see the logic behind not including them. So I get that. Ooh. Pam says, back in a bit, I have to go downstairs to meet a potential furry guest. Introduce them to us. We'd love to know. Do you guys subscribe to anything, Jay and Barry?
I bounce. Like, I'll tend to subscribe to something and then like decide that I want to subscribe to something else. I have subscribed to Crafty Courtyard. I agree that that one's a big value for money. I like the not too shabby paper pad with ephemera added as if you want something that's just consumables. You know, if you're not really into the, like, especially, I think that would be especially good if you were like a brand new card maker and just were like, I just want stuff I can use to make a cute card out of. I'm currently subscribed to the Spellbinders not 3D embossing folder because I realized I have like no embossing folders and I always buy theirs anyway. So I was like, maybe I'll just do that for a while. But I don't know. My only problem with boxes is it kind of makes you want to buy the other stuff from the brand, which is probably entirely by design. So I always kind of find them like mildly dangerous and the like, well, if you didn't want to like buy stuff, this might not be the best option.
That's definitely true. I should also say that the Crafter's Companion boxes are pretty good value for money too. But I have to say though that the Pink and Main, just to go back to it, a lot of what you find stamp set wise in crafty kits and subscription boxes, a lot of times they are not photopolymer stamps, and that's how they can make them so affordable to everybody. But I believe the Pink and Main ones are photopolymer. So they are good. Everything is good quality. And I say that just thinking about Crafter's Companion because I'm pretty sure their kits have acrylic or silicone stamps. So not that there's anything wrong with that. They stamp just fine. A lot of times they even stamp sometimes a little bit better. So it's not necessarily a knock on quality, but just because I do know some people, look for it and think about, that sort of stuff. For some folks it might be a maybe a deciding factor. I don't know, a consideration. So
I just think Pink and Main always does a fabulous job with their paper, and as we know, I'm a little paper obsessed.
Yes, we do. Oh, Queen and Company, Delise says, I have never gotten their kits.
I've never gotten their kits. I've gotten their, what was I buying that I really liked for them? They have shaker kits that are pretty nice because they pre-cut all the foam for you and all the acetate. So I mean, they're like you have to die cut, a paper of your choice, but everything else is kind of in it, which is kind of neat.
Wait,
I don't
so
think I've tried
Queen,
anything else from them.
But they do, Delise, they do a monthly subscription box also? Is that what I'm to understand? I didn't know they had like a month, because I know I've heard of what you described, Jay. The shaker kits, but I didn't know they had a monthly thing that you could subscribe to.
I did not know that either.
Well, let's see what Delise says. Oh, okay. Don says it's more in how long they hold up in terms of photopolymer versus. Well, there's probably that, and very specifically, one big difference with them is that photopolymer. I mean, I guess it is a little bit of a quality thing. Photopolymer tends to be like a little bit of a harder, but not in the sense of it's brittle, just harder in the sense of it being less squishy. So if you think about like red rubber and why red rubber stamp so crisply and can get you so much fine detail, you have your red rubber on that end where it's a very firm material. So when you push down, you can get a really crisp stamped impression without, even if you push kind of hard, right? Because red rubber isn't going to squish under the same amount of pressure as on the far other end silicone. So silicone is very like soft and malleable. So if you squish on it a little too firmly, then you could actually like distort the stamped lines. And so, photopolymer is more towards the firmer end of things that isn't quite red rubber, but you could still put a fair amount of kind of firm pressure on it and it's not going to, distort your image. So there is a little bit of that for in terms of quality, and I think Don's saying that just over time too, maybe silicone or acrylic stamps maybe not last as long. So there's all of that, but I think by and large, if you take good care of your stuff, generally it should be okay. I don't know. I don't know that Delise answered. Delise, does Queen and Company have like a monthly subscription kit? Or is it just the shaker kits that you're talking about? Oh, I love how your cards are coming along, Terry.
Oh, thank you.
Got 3 of them going.
So, what in tarnation? Those are not the same size. Oh, sorry. So my background papers are the 3 from the Advent, whatever day it was. I don't remember. But my youngest daughter and her husband went to Japan several months ago, and she got me a bunch of washi tape.
Oh, how fun.
She didn't get around to mailing, which is fine. But I decided that I was going to use some of it because it's from Japan. So what I've done, I just cut some strips of the heavyweight white cardstock that I use for my bases. And I kind of went through, and she got me 10 different kinds.
Aww.
So I just went through and picked out some that I liked. So this one, I'll kind of hard to hold it up, and I apologize for it being a little.
Can you hold it further away from you? There. Perfect. Oh, that's so pretty.
Whoops, did I go the wrong way? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm watching on my phone, but it's got a little bit of a lag. So anyway, I just thought that was super cute. And the reason why I'm not attaching anything is I'm actually, when I get home, I'm going to emboss all the colored parts.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And then I'll do some, with this one, I'll do some other things in the corner and add a sentiment and stuff.
So
And
pretty.
then this one, so the other two, I cut 2 of the white strips because I wanted to use 2 pieces of washi, and this other one I used 3. So I cut 2, and then I'm going to have on the top and the bottom.
So, can I ask, is it super? Oh, it's koi. That's pretty.
Oh, that's cool.
I think
Yes, they are.
is it super expensive?
No, and she said they sell these at like dollar stores.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yep.
is it gonna be one of those things where it's like dirt cheap in Japan?
Yeah, it's everywhere. She said even at the gas stations they sell washi tape. And this one,
Wow.
it's probably not gonna show up very well, but there are gold foil lines all through that. It's just
yeah.
super pretty.
I can't see that. I can't believe that. Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Because everything in Japan, just like relative to us, is more expensive.
Mhm.
So I'm
So-
jealous that they
so
went
yeah.
to Japan.
Yeah. They would actually like to move there someday. So
Oh, can they take me? My husband?
Probably. So, and I really liked this one too, with the mountains and the cherry blossoms.
Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, that's
So yeah, so that's what I've done with those. And some of the other ones that she got me a Winnie the Pooh and a Toy Story, and then several
Aw.
florals that are just. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
It just said that the battery's low on these headphones. Oh no!
Oh. I think you'll probably be okay if you have to use your phone or your tablet mic.
I don't know. So anyway,
We'll see.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting on this one, and I don't have another card base made right now, but you know how I like my squares. So I cut squares of this, the same pieces of paper
Oh,
in the
fancy.
Advent, and then I'm doing corner rounding or trying to do corner rounding.
Oh, that's so pretty. I
that's
like how you
cool.
do that. That's very
That's
cool.
fun.
So thanks. So that's what I'm doing right now. Ouch. I'm
Very
okay.
cool. Okay. Just because I noticed the Band-Aid, just don't hurt yourself any more than you might have already.
Yeah.
Okay, you've made a lot of people jealous, by the way, Terry, because Susan said, jealous. I had family in Japan and all I asked for was craft supplies. What I got was a mug and a shirt. Still great gifts, but I was hoping for washi and some calligraphy supplies. I know, right? Because they do such a good quality stuff, and to hear now that it's not super expensive either.
Yeah.
Is
Sorry.
amazing. I mean, can you imagine like rolling up to like a gas station in Japan to do your crafty shopping?
Yeah.
I would love
Want to
that.
get me some washi tape.
Yeah, right. We're like, honey, gotta put gas in the car. You need me to pick anything up? Some washi tape, please. In all
She
the
also
styles.
got me these, which are super cute. Little embellishments, rhinestone stickers. And these were just at the dollar store too.
Oh
So
my gosh.
there's
That's
the
so
back.
pretty.
So
Okay, so Delise did answer. She says the Queen and Company kits are 40 to 60 and you get the die sets. Okay, to make the shakers. Oh, that's kind of cool. Good to know. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Meg, I think maybe you've probably seen this already. Pam wants to know, where are you? Meg's in Michigan, if she didn't already answer you. Oh, interesting. Possibly, Bo. Does anyone happen to know if Copic markers are less expensive in Japan because they're produced there? Inquiring
That I do
mind.
not know.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know the brush nibs for a lot of marker companies are manufactured in Japan, even if nothing else is, because they do such beautiful. I mean, that's why I'm guessing. You wanted not you, but I think it was Pam, wanted calligraphy supplies because they or Susan, I think, because they do such beautiful like quality brushes for calligraphy and whatnot. So a lot of the marker companies, even if the ink isn't manufactured or the pen barrel or all of that, even if that's coming from somewhere else, a lot of times companies will get the actual brush tip from Japan, produced in Japan.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it's the case for Spectrum Noir. They do a lot of like bringing together different manufacturers to create their thing, their markers.
Huh.
It's not, yeah, it's not all like one company that just like does it, and it's more like they have multiple sources for different things, and then somebody to put it all together. I don't know who. At least that used to be the case. I don't know if it still is, but that's the story I remember. But yeah, how's your card coming, Jay? Are you done?
I did one. Then I started
my
stamping other
gosh.
things.
Jay's so
So-
fast.
So this is the first one.
Wait, hold on.
And then oh. So it's the
Aw.
flamingo in the coffee
That's
cup.
awesome.
And then
That's so
I grabbed
cute.
this sentiment from this is I think it's an older Catherine Pooler that's got cats and plants doing random things, which is really hard to see. Sorry about that. It's also been well loved. That's why some of these are almost unintelligible. But let's
We
see if
love
I can.
a well-loved stamp set. Oh,
But you
look
know,
at the
they've got things like that. The best one, which is impossible to see because it's so stained with black. Let me see if I can get it off, and then you can see it. Is this cute little cat like just? Whoop! There we go. Like sticking its head
Aw.
through a plant. It's very cute. Anyway, so I was using those sentiments, and where was I? Oh yes, and then I later went back and added the feather because I thought it needed a third element. And then I
Oh,
put the
that's
got
cool.
coffee on the inside.
Is the feather? Oh, good. The feather is in the stamp set.
Yep, the feather's part of the set, which is kind of nice. I like it when sets have sort of extra pieces like that, so you can sort of make more of a scene out of it without needing to try and figure out if you had one of those things somewhere.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I personally like making a scene whenever possible.
On your cards or just generally?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that has
Of
double meaning.
course. Of course that's what I meant.
What did you think I meant?
I love this. Did you guys see Pam's comment? Susan, it could be worse. Cordelia asked her hubby for craft supplies for her B-day and got a toaster.
Oh.
Oops.
Oopsies. I mean, come on, hubby. I wouldn't expect that. I would not expect my husband to know what to get in terms of craft supplies for me. So I'm okay with him not trying. Because there's a good chance I'll already have it. But I feel like if you've asked for something specifically, it would be nice to not have a toaster show up instead.
It doesn't really seem like much of a craft supply.
No, it wouldn't. But you know, that's like a household. That's a gift for the household. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like. Let's see. Man, everybody's so fast. Oh, Terry, I like how your card's coming together.
Oh, thank you. It's not exactly what I was intending because, see, I was going to cut 1-inch squares out of my advent calendar paper, and I was going to cut 1 1/4-inch squares out of this. You can imagine what happened.
Yeah. I don't know if you would know this, Terry, but has in Japan, has it turned into like a more like $1.25 store now? You know how here it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
quite
Oh,
Dollar
yeah.
Tree anymore.
That I don't know, honestly.
Yeah. But I think she's saying it half as a joke, but probably I would imagine because like I can't imagine that they stick to that, you know, forever.
Right. And inflation is a worldwide phenomenon. It's not just the United States.
I love Susan's like, OMG, now I need to save up to buy plane ticket to visit some gas stations. I watched this. I used to watch like folks on YouTube who do bullet journaling, and they have like, you know, plan with me kind of videos. And this one
cool.
this one content creator, she I think went to Japan, and she said that there was like this. It was like a big fancy multi-story stationery store, and like a multi-story one. So crazy. She said she spent like pretty much all day and all her money there because like, you know, you go from level to level and there's like different things, and you know, there's like crafting things and then journaling things and then calligraphy things, and it's all, you know, multi-department. It's kind of like, you know, Bloomingdale's or whatever, right? But all paper goods, paper crafting.
That sounds pretty heavenly.
I know, right? Because I was gonna ask you if your daughter went there to one of those. I didn't know they have washi at your gas station.
Wait till I tell my daughter that she was the hit of the stream today. She wasn't even
like,
here.
We're like, inquiring minds need to know more.
Drop your questions in the comment and I will ask her when she's
exactly
done with work today.
That's pretty cool. But it is on my bucket list to go to Japan one of these days.
Yeah, she loved it. It had been on her bucket list since she was 14.
Oh.
Wow.
And my son-in-law is 1/4 Japanese. So
that's cool.
And 1/4 Japanese, 1/4 Korean. And the funny thing was, so my youngest daughter is blonde hair, blue eyes, real cute, just, you know, little sweetie. And she has been learning to speak Japanese for several years.
Aww.
Now, my son-in-law looks Asian. So when they would go to restaurants, they would expect him to do the ordering. He doesn't speak any Japanese. And so she said that they got some of the funniest looks when she would start ordering in very good Japanese, and my son-in-law would sit there and just smile, you know. So I thought that was pretty cute.
That's awesome.
But they had a wonderful time. And like I said, they would like to move there eventually. So
Aw. Well, that's gonna be sad for you.
Yeah, I'll just have to go visit them.
visit. That's true. And then you'll just have to
Pick up washi
take
tape
the-
for all my friends.
Right. I was like, you get ready to make some lists. You're a fan of lists, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll
Uh-huh,
send you over one.
Yeah, I knew where that was going.
Thanks, friend. Let's hurry them up on their journey to moving to Japan then. Like this is like the sooner we can all get our craft supplies. What can we do to make their dream come true? Let us know.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna do that one and that one.
And my corner rounder is horrible. It is not cutting.
Oh, your supplies are just not cooperating with you today.
I am not a happy person. I'm just hand cutting them with my small scissors because it's frustrating me.
Oh.
But
oh, this is more on the toaster. So Susan says, well, if it was a convection toaster oven, then at least she could do sublimation. That's a good half full kind of way to look at it. And Pam says she did say it was a nice toaster, so there's at least that.
well, that's good.
Yeah. Lynn said my husband would have no clue either. Yeah, in terms of what craft supplies to buy. I like Beck and Sam's solution. She says I buy them and tell him what he got me. That's a good solution. Like, thanks for the gift. That's so funny. I thought I starred a comment. Yeah, so Kim in Alaska says that Lisa Yang picked up a whole set of Copics. I think this was back in that conversation, and she still paid a huge amount of money for them. And Susan asked, isn't Tombow from Japan? Or at least their nibs? I think they are. I think Tombow and the Sakura, I think is, and Sukaneko inks are made in Japan, although that's not a marker, I guess. Yeah, I mean they just do things really well. So they do a lot of things really well, but it's kind of spendy. Oh, okay. Bye, Pam. She says, gotta Zoom in a few minutes. Have fun, everyone. Hope to see you there soon. Have fun. Enjoy. Man, you guys craft so fast. Jay's almost done with a second card, and I'm still.
I think Terry's on card number like 4.
Yeah, but
right.
I'm not gluing mine down, so there's that.
There's now.
That's still pretty, but they're like by many tokens done. So I'm stamping with this set. This was from the earlier, I'm pretty sure. Although, you know what I did with mine? What I did was I took like everything out, and I don't know if Terry, you did this too. I took everything out and then I regrouped them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
By company.
Oh, that's smart.
That's a really good idea.
Because it'll all fit into like the 5 different companies, or however many different companies there are. So I consolidated everything because so I'm gonna do videos, but I'm not gonna give you a particular opinion that I have because I don't want to spoil anything for Jay. But what I was gonna do, because I haven't been putting any videos or anything out with the Papercraft Society. I was gonna craft with all of them like as a set for each
Oh, that's a
brand.
cool idea.
Yeah. Thanks. I thought it might be something like a little bit different. So that's all
Well, I
I'll
think it
say.
makes
I don't
sense
want
for this calendar too. I mean, because they are like the brands have nothing to do with each other really, other than being sold by the same company.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean it's cool that that is the thing that I feel is very unique about their advent, because you're gonna get like a good variety of style, at least, like
Yeah,
they all have very distinct styles, each brand. Like
that's why I
textures,
think-
she's very like Lou Collins is very mixed media. So I don't know if you've been liking the textures stuff, Jay, because I think
it's been
when
some
I
of my
think you, I
favorite.
think
I
mixed
think.
media.
Yeah, I really like it. I could never decide if I wanted to get their advent calendar because of that, though, because it's always like, well, you don't know who's curating it, so it's a little tricky.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good point. I've never thought about it that way, because if you do
I mean, I don't
really
know.
like,
Like maybe it's not a big deal. I haven't had anything that I was like, oh, I don't know what I'd do with that. So it may have been not that reasonable concern to have.
no, I still feel like it's a concern, just because like I think it's a valid one, because I think there's, for the price that a lot of these advent calendars are, and then you're like expected to kind of buy them sight unseen, right? So to the extent that you can get some assurances, like, oh well, Pink and Main, if you like their style, then
Yeah,
chances are you're gonna like anything they put into their advent, right? So I think your point is really valid, for that alone. Just like, well, if I'm gonna be convinced to shell out whatever, but I feel like the cost for the Papercraft Society one. Do you guys remember how much it cost? I don't remember it being expensive. That's why I was like, oh,
it
I'm
was
willing
like
to do that.
50-ish, I think. Because I think though that I had talked to somebody, and I think they'd done a pre-sale that was when we bought it, but I think they had then listed it for significantly more money. I mean,
Okay.
not significantly, but like it was more like a $70 advent calendar at that point, as opposed to like a $50 one.
Okay, because that's what I was like. I thought, I think it was even less than 50, but I'm also a VIP, so I get
I think it was
I
like
get
50 shipped. So like the thing during their
shipped. Okay.
pre-sale that was a big deal was like shipping was either free or that was the price with shipping. So it was kind of, like usually the other stuff I bought
Yeah.
from Craft Stash, it's like, well, here's the price of the thing, but then shipping from the UK is some amount of money. In addition
Yeah.
to that, it's not like,
That
you know what I mean?
go
It's
back
not
and
like,
buy more so you get free shipping.
Yeah. You only have to
yeah,
get to $80.
Yep.
that's not
I never
hard.
seem to have any problem with that. I've said too much. I saw a question about Sakura Jelly Roll pens. Yes, that was what I was referring to. Their Jelly Roll pen season. I want to read this. Lynn says, my brother used to be married to a woman, past tense. One year, she sneakily opened up the wrapped gift he had put under the tree. She something it for the right size. Oh, to check it, I guess, for the right size, rewrapped and put it back under the tree.
Okay. What would you have done if it wasn't, though? That's weird.
I know,
Would
right?
go and exchange it, and then
And then like, oh, maybe she did. Did she exchange it for the right size and then rewrapped it? That would be hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, there's some love for your card, Terry, from Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like the concept of this, but when I get home, I'm going to use my other trimmer and my other corner rounder and just redo that because they're not equal and it's driving me crazy. But I like the concept of it. So
Yeah, I love the concept of it. I know it's not up to your bar of perfection because your
Yeah.
corner rounder is not cooperating.
yeah, it's
Yeah, Bo, I said only 80. Well, you know I can shop. You know this. I don't order from them often, so when I do, I like that, Jay. That's a dang, you just colored that up? That was fast.
Yeah.
Dang, you're already done?
Well, I cheat and I use the tri-blend, so it's like this is just green and brown. So, but
That's so cute.
oh, that's super cute.
I like her art style. It's very like happy.
Yeah, she does a lot of kooky kind of fun characters. Susan there we go. Yeah, I was doing tone on tone stamping to
Oh,
make
wow.
this confetti background.
That's really cool.
So yeah, that was from an earlier stamp set. One of the 4x6 ones.
Present.
Yeah. And oh yeah, it was exchanged. She did exchange it for the right size. That's so funny. That's cute. She took the keyboard out. Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of nice of her to do that so that it's, I guess I don't know why. I guess that makes the husband feel good, that he maybe got it right. But
it's the one that made this thing, right?
Yes.
The gift one.
Yep.
It came with a bunch of streamers, which was.
Hey, do you have all of your cards that you've made so far? Do you want to show everybody each day?
I have a lot of them. I don't know that I have all of them. We'll see how many we find. We had florals. I may have given some away, but let me dig through my pile. I have a hello. This is a die set that came in one of the days that I think matches the ephemera really closely. Not so much the yellow ones, but some of the other stuff. I made this yesterday. This one was actually kind of cool because this is from the kit and the paper is from the kit, but this is from like these 3 pieces of ephemera are all Echo Park, and then this is Spellbinders, and this is not too shabby. So like it was kind of interesting that like all 4 brands, like you don't notice that they're not the same. I mean, if you know their brands, you notice, but like it just kind of works together. And then
that is pretty cool.
This one was kind of fun too. What else do we have?
I like that. Hey, what was that from the kit? The Santa
The paper
one.
was from the kit. The Santa was not from the kit, and the tree die is Cat Scrappiness. But this was the day we got the pink, blue, and yellow paper. So it's mostly not from the kit.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't recognize anything from the kit, but
we got tags one day, and then this is even more of this ephemera. The ephemera pack we got for this is like a Spellbinder size ephemera pack, where it's like probably 100 pieces of things.
Did you paint the tag? Because that wasn't the color that came.
No, it's white, right? It's sort of this off-white, but I just did ink to paper with the Dress Blues Catherine Pooler ink. Because somebody... I was watching one of the Craft Stash videos, not on this project, but I think on whatever day we got some of the florals. I think it was whatever day these florals came out. They were like, yeah, we really think the pastels look good against navy. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Like, navy's my favorite color, and I never thought to use with pastels, but it looks really cool. Then we have this day we got Joy full. We got Joy FUL, but the paper is from the Advent calendar as well. And then this is Michael's iridescent foil paper.
Ooh, pretty. I need that.
This was some more. This day we got, I think, 4 pieces of paper, and I've used all of them. But we got some cut aparts, and then the truck is Echo Park, but the paper is from the kit. And then there was the day we got this planner stuff, and we got the mechanism. They thought it was geometric pattern, which it isn't.
Yeah, because Made to Surprise, her big thing is interactive and pop-up cards.
Well,
So,
and
it's like a safe bet if you get something from her, there's something that'll move. She likes kinetic cards. That's
and
her
then
jam.
Felice teased me. I actually have another one like this, but my mother stole it immediately. But borrowed,
Aw.
rehomed to use for a friend of hers. But this is the
Rehomed.
also from this ephemera pack. So there's like stem flowers as well as like these kind of flowers. I've made a lot of cards recently.
Yeah, well,
And
you've been streaming a lot.
well, then, and day one was this. This isn't my day one card because somebody bought it, but day one
Oh, yay.
was this stag, which I would call a deer, but this was the technique they actually demoed. You actually get the paper wet and then you stamp it with dye ink so it bleeds out, which is how you get sort of the shadow layer. And then once it dries out, you restamp it. And then what I think is probably the finale thus far is the interactive piece. So this is a 5x7, which I actually had to make a 5x7 because I don't have them, but this is how the pop-up works.
Oh, how fun.
You can almost kind of see it, but you use 2 of those dies and I think I lost it, but I had one on my desk that was folded, but you basically fold it in half and then fold the corners down. And with either a 6x6 or a 4x6 or a 5x7, like you can actually get 2 of these size pieces in. Although obviously you
cool.
can kind of, I think these are, the squares are 3 and then these are 3 1/4 panels. But if you have, so like if you put them in one direction, this panel lifts up, as you can kind of tell. But if you put this at the top and another one at the bottom, you have kind of this interesting effect where they sort of float away from the card when you open it. So that's the thing they actually demoed. But yeah, a card or 2 from the advent calendar.
That's the mechanism die, right?
Yeah. Well, and I really like the mechanism die because I feel like you could use it for anything, really. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be a Christmas card. It doesn't have to be any specific kind of card.
That's kind of why I like her Sam Calcott's stuff, because she does a lot of like base, die sets for the actual mechanism, and then you can really use that for anything. So that's always really cool.
I like guys like that just because they seem so versatile. Or stamp sets, where it's sort of like it's an everyday enough thing where it's like you could see reusing it a lot, and then you feel like you spent money in a good way.
Right. For sure. Lots of love for your cards, by the way, in the chat. And
oh yeah,
just getting caught up. So Lynn says that about her story, she says that she was not thinking about her husband. She was very materialistic. Because I had asked, well, why would you exchange it for the right size? And I guess because I thought maybe she did it so that the husband would feel good about getting it right, but I guess that wasn't why.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yeah. Oh, I like your sweater, Jay. Is it a Christmas sweater?
Oh yeah, it's like Fair Isle. They're technically pajamas, but
That's okay. Bo says, I want some of the 3D glue gel from Craft Stash, but shipping is so high just for glue. Yeah, because it's like over $10, I think, if you don't hit the free shipping. But they usually have it in stock. So if you're able to wait until you can get a bunch of things, or sometimes they've occasionally had free shipping. I haven't seen that too often, but sometimes they'll lower the free shipping threshold. I've seen that sometimes too. So, um, you know, if you follow my channel, if I see a deal like that, it'll be on my community page. So don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for you, Bo. Um, Lisa says, I sent you some items in the Deesh Stash exchange that you may be able to send out in goodie bags or inside cards. Oh, cool. Thank you so much, my friend. Speaking of the exchange, so thank you to Delise for organizing both of our we have our Secret Santa D stash, and for folks who don't know, I do run a Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group with the help of some fabulous moderators like Jay and Terry, to name a few or a couple, and Delise as well. And so all of us as a team like to try to coordinate different activities for the group. And in December, Delise organized a Secret Santa D stash, which we did for the very first time last year, and I think it so far has gone well. I think everybody who signed up actually has been sending stuff out. But just a reminder, if you're in my group and you signed up for that, please don't forget to send out your D stash. The other exchange was a winter card exchange for folks who would prefer just to send a card, because shipping can be expensive, especially if you're shipping a package this time of year, because usually they do increase like the rate of packages to ship packages during the holiday season. So totally understand that. But the whole idea behind it being a D stash is that you're not supposed to like go out and buy anybody anything. It's more like kind of like what you were saying, Jay, like rehoming stuff, either new stuff that you haven't gotten around to crafting with and you don't think you will, or maybe gently used but well maintained things that maybe you're kind of done crafting with and you would like to rehome to another crafter who might be able to put it to some good use. So those are a couple of the fun activities going on. And then next month we have some more crafty fun that Jay has planned for us, right, Jay?
I do. I'll make sure that there's a video up on the first, and I'll link it in the group. But we'll be doing something fun. But we try to keep things mostly to the month that they're in, just so that it's not like super crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to January. And the last challenge we did was the last one I ran was the adventure one, and like everybody's cards were just really creative, and I like that so much. It's like I think the creativity is just amazing in the group generally.
Yeah, I agree. It's been super helpful to have you and the other moderators of the group run these activities, and I feel like it's just for fun, but I think it's really cool to see folks participate and share and things like that. So I think it's cool. And T has said that for the 3D glue gel, she has something that's similar that's called Craft Silicone. And that is, yeah, okay, Bo did ask, do you know if the silicone glue acts as a 3D glue? And T says yes. So, $8.50. That's a little bit less than the well, I don't know for what volume, but the Kalal stuff is about $9 also for I don't know how many ounces. But great that you found a source that is more easy to get, because I know with Craft Stash, there's the shipping and the waiting. I like how your current card is coming together, Terry. All the pattern animal print patterns.
That is cool.
Oh wait, I think there's a message for us. The headphones died, so I can hear y'all, but I can't talk. Sorry about that. Message received, my friend. Oh, that's a bummer that the mic on your device won't work. Are you able to go to settings and then change the mic to your phone or is it your iPad that you're using your camera from? Oh, okay. So Lynn was asking me, she missed what I said about giving stuff to people that could use it. I have some items I would love to give to someone. So this was the Secret Santa D-Stash activity or exchange that Delise organized, and sign up is already, like, the event is kind of over. I think Terry's having to rejigger some stuff. And so that was what I was referring to. But if you have stuff that you would like to rehome, I don't know if you want to just post it in the group. Maybe somebody will take you. I'm sure somebody would take you up on it. That's very kind of you. Oh, Delise is back. She's got enough battery power, enough juice to talk now. Okay, very cool. Okay, well, since Terry is already having some technical difficulties, maybe this is a good time to wrap things up. So since I'm already in the big screen, let me go ahead and show you how my lion turned out. So I'm glad I did a little reference photo Googling to see what a lion looks like. Because clearly I don't know what a lion looks like just based on memory. Look at that. So, thank you, T. T says he's cute now. So he's no longer the cow in a lion costume. I'm glad we were able to rescue him. Thanks, everybody. See, it's nice to craft with friends who can, like, steer you in the right direction. I appreciate that. Okay, and since we know we have video and audio from Jay, why don't you show us your 2 cards? Remind everybody where they can find you on the socials and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm Craft by Jay on the socials, and I'm usually active on Instagram and YouTube. And I typically do lives on Sunday nights, although there are it is going to be a busy next couple weeks, but normally it's just Sunday night. But I'm still plowing on through Advent stuff, which is culminating with a special, very early my time stream and 8 p.m. in Asia stream with Mummy Guide Inc. to do day 25. So it may be too early for you, but
you're doing Christmas Day?
6 a.m.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Dang,
it's
Jay.
It's gonna be fun.
That's so sweet of you.
Well, we were chatting about dates, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be good. Let's do a finale. What could go wrong? And I don't know. That's how I feel about the Advent calendars. It's like someday I'm going to get something really weird, and like we'll see how that goes. But not today. So I did this flamingo card, and we're continuing with there's been like this Advent, and I think it's because of the florals, has like this teal and pink and navy have been coming up a lot. But anyway, and then it says got coffee on the inside. And then
what does it say on the mug? Live
today with gusto.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, where's that from?
That's from that cat stamp set from Catherine Pooler.
Oh, the one that you showed earlier. Okay.
Yeah, with the cats and plants. It's not called that. Somebody probably knows what it's called, but I'll dig it up and I'll like say what the actual name of it is at some point. Oh, thanks,
Lots
Dawn.
of love. Lots of love for your
I just
card.
I love Cad's word dies because all the letters are connected, so they're not a disaster to try and line up. If you're me, I'm very impressed to see the people like using their pokey tool and like precisely aligning letters, but like I'm not that good at it. And then this is also from the Catherine Pooler set, but it says thanks for always making me laugh, and it has a
Aww.
amused little alligator or crocodile.
Oh, I love that. Man, you colored that up perfectly. That's a really good match with the papers that you chose.
Yeah, it was kind of like I colored him first and then I think picked the paper. This
Oh,
was, I think,
really?
like an MFT freebie or something. But I'm a big fan of plaid. But yeah, no, I like how it came together. Um,
That's awesome. Oh, so that
what did
wasn't
you
one
do?
of the animal prints
No,
from Maple
there's a
Express?
snake animal print that I'll say my chat was not a fan of, so I didn't actually use the snake animal print. But there is a snake animal print. I'm kind of tempted to get some animal print digital paper because even though I don't have a color printer, like so much of the animal print is like black and white. So it's kind of like I could
Yeah,
just print that on any kind of recollections cardstock and have animal print in, whatever color I want. So I don't know.
for
I have to look for
sure.
that.
Bye, Cindy. Have a good dinner. Thanks for joining, my friend. Lots and lots of love for your gator card. Love the gator, says Dawn. Susan says that gator would go so well with that gator washi. Okay, so let's see what message we have. Yeah, it's not letting me adjust to my device, Mike. Silly tech. It must be the tech, not me. Oh yeah, it's for sure the tech. Okay, don't worry. I can do commentary for your cards. So today Terry made 3 cards that she started in 3 different colorways that feature some of the beautiful solid color cardstock that came in an earlier day of the Paper Craft Society Advent. She combined that with washi from Japan, brought back to her from directly Japan. And her washi, she adhered onto some solid color white cardstock. She hasn't glued anything down because she's gonna when she's traveling right now. So when she gets home, she's going to emboss those solid color panels for some added depth and dimension. And then she started on another card. I don't know if she's gonna show it, but it's got some really cool corners that
Yeah.
again, she is not gluing down. I think mostly because she doesn't like how the corner rounder worked for her because she started having to hand cut them. But this is really cool, by the way. So Terry started with squares that I think were 1 inch by 1 inch or 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then she just took a corner rounder and corner rounded 2 kitty corners, like diagonal corners to create that cool. Does that shape have a name? Do you know, Jay? Does that shape have a name?
I don't
Um,
know.
it
It's
seems
really
like it
cool
should.
though. I want to try that now.
It's like an ornament shape, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I I wonder. See, Terry probably knows. No, I think that hand gesture meant she doesn't. Um, lemon shaped is lemon shaped is what Susan says. Yeah, so she created a lot of lemons in different colors and she tiled them to create her own background. So I love that. And I think she just used scraps left over because it's the same 3 colors as her first 3 cards. And so that's always really cool when you can use your scraps like that. By the way, Terry can hear us. So Bo says, Terry, you have pretty writing. Yeah, her penmanship looks amazing, right? um, and lines because they're smaller. Yes, Susan. Right on. So just to remind folks, Terry can be found. Oh, wait. Thanks, everyone. It was nice to craft with you. Now this old lady needs to stretch her legs. Oh yeah, that's true. Terry's been crafting on the floor. Thanks, my friend. So just as a reminder, feel free, Terry, go ahead and stretch your legs. Terry can be found at Instagram. She is Mama Chorizo, a nickname that her 9 kids, all single births, all by her, all with the same husband. What else was there supposed to mention? Oh, no multiples. Oh yeah, I said that, all single births. So her kids named her that, gave her that nickname. And as well, I forgot to put this up as Jay was talking. Jay's link is now on screen. He's on YouTube as Craft by Jay. He's also on Instagram, but Craft by Jay has underscores between each word. So if you want to see the photos of his cards, visit him on Instagram. And if you want to see videos and Jay's live streams, visit him here on YouTube. And lots of love for your cards as well, Terry. Susan says, thank you, Terry. Lovely cards and stories about foreign gas station treasures. I know, now you've made all of us want to go to gas stations in Japan, but not for the gas. All right, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. I hope that everybody is enjoying this time of year, whatever you are celebrating. If you are celebrating a holiday this time of year, I hope you're getting a chance to just kind of take a break from everything and relax and hang out with your loved ones. This is my last live stream for the year. I've gone polar opposite to Jay. I've only live streamed, I think, twice this year because I took my birthday off. And then, so because that was last Saturday, which was Jay's birthday too, and he streamed like 12 times on his birthday, I think. So
Maybe.
yeah, you're my hero, Jay. I don't know how you have the energy to do it all. And then I won't be live streaming next week either. Just with the holidays, kind of want everybody, myself included, to maybe unplug a little bit, because I know personally for myself, I'm very connected to all of the socials. So I I just want to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll rejoin in January, our first Crafty Fun episode in January. Oh, this isn't my last live stream. I'm streaming on the 18th as well. That's a midweek stream, but it's the last Saturday stream. But then the first episode in January is going to be Pick, Skip, or Craft. And so for folks who are a fan of Pick, Skip, or Craft, I hope you'll join. And for folks who don't know what it's all about, I hope you'll join as well. I am running a giveaway in the Crafty Fun group because I would say 100% of the time we let the live chat suggest colors, and I think 100% of the time somebody either Delise or related to Delise is in the live chat to make the suggestion of neon fill in the blank, neon yellow, neon green. I think somebody said neon rainbow one day. And so what I've decided to do is start arming our crafty friends with neon card panels, because I have boatloads of it. Oh, you still have your neon card. Yeah, it actually. So what happens is
I had to use a highlighter. No, I used paint. I lied.
Yeah,
but I had a highlighter too. Like,
that's why I was like, I think it was after that stream that I sent you some, right? Because I was like, I can fix your shortage of neon, because look how bright this is. Who needs lights when you can just bring some neon card? So I'm giving away neon card panels. So I've been cutting these in 4, and I have them in 4 or 5 different colors, and I think I've been giving an assortment of different colors out. And so this way, if you I'm gonna give away more than I'm gonna pick more than one winner. So I think last time I picked four or five winners to give away card panels, and I'll do the same this time too. Just as many as I can fit for a stamp. I'm gonna send it, and that way, join us on January. I think 6th is the first Saturday in January, and that way you'll have some neon. And if you're crafting along with Pick, Skip, or Craft, in case neon comes up, you're gonna be well prepared. Yes. So, thank you for the belated birthday wish, Bree. Bree. Sorry. Oh wait, what's this? Susan, am I banned from it? You're not banned from anything. Oh, Susan says I've been having a lucky streak lately. Yeah, you've been winning a lot of stuff. That's good. Go buy a lottery. It doesn't ban you from anything though. So just if you want to be in for a chance to win some neon card panels, just comment on my post that's in the group. That's all you got to do. Okie dokie. So Jay, when you live stream with Lala, remind us that's on at what time in the morning?
It's 6 a.m. Central.
Central. Okay.
And and it's other times in other time zones. You might still be awake, but I don't think you'll be awake. I don't think you'll be like have woken up yet.
You're so funny. I was just gonna say that, Jay. I was gonna say there's a better chance that I'm like still awake than of me actually waking up at that hour because it's 4 a.m. for me. You're hilarious.
It's early, but it should be fun. We're gonna do the last day of Papercraft Society, and then we're gonna talk about ideas for making your own advent calendar. So it should be pretty cool.
Oh, how fun. That's awesome. Very cool. Okay, so that's going to be on is it just on Lala's channel that she'll be streaming to?
Yeah. Yep, so it'll be Mommy Guide Inc. on the 25th, but most of the other stuff is on my channel.
Okay. Very, very awesome. And so thanks for joining us. Thank you, Terry, for joining. Sorry your headphones and mic pooped out on you before the end. We knew it was a distinct possibility. But thank you so much. And I'm sure Terry thanks everybody. I think she already did. She held the note up. So thanks all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your December. Join me, I think December 18th. That will be my last stream for 2023. So December 18th at 4 p.m. Pacific. So until then, enjoy the rest of your advent calendar, Jay. I'll try to hi kitty. I'll try to pop in, but it's so hard for me to keep up with you because you're streaming at like 6 a.m. your time and 4 p.m. 4 p.m. your time other days. So
I feel like next year I should figure out a way for it to just be at the same time, but I don't know. People always pop in, but a lot of people just catch it on the replay too.
Yeah, and I think it's admirable, you and Call Me Crafty Owl streaming every day doing your advent thing. It's pretty darn amazing.
I've liked hers a lot too. Like her, I don't know, she's just very creative. So it's kind of like she's been doing a mix of 3 different advent calendars, I think. But I don't know. I think it's I like parameter challenges, so I think I like advent calendars for the same reason, because it's like, well, it's always sort of a remix of something.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you've been doing an amazing job of it too. So kudos. Keep going. You're more than halfway. You're like 2/3 there, right? So you got this. All right, everybody. Bye.